Hello, and welcome to the second episode of Dissecting Who. On this episode, we'll be dissecting Tom Baker's second serial, Ark in Space. Here we go! Bam! We're out from the Earth. TARDIS has flown deep into space. I think it was about the 30th century. This is it, people. This is what we want. High concept sci-fi. No more Earth, no more unit. Welcome to the Tom Baker era.
Have a jelly, baby buyer.
Thank you.
My overall impressions of this show, the Ark in Space, 1975, are, it's amazing. I mean, I love it. I think the story's great. I think the acting's great. The sets are great. The giant bug monster is a bit iffy, but that's alright. The rest pulls through. I think it's about twice as good as Robot. Alright, so the basic premise of this serial is the TARDIS lands on a space station in about the 30th century. The Doctor, Sarah and Harry emerge into this mysterious space station.
You're a clumsy, ham-fisted idiot.
I said I was sorry, didn't I?
What? Come out.
The mystery slowly unfolds until we learn that the remnants of the human race is on this ship in cryogenical sleep.
Say, what a place for a mortuary.
This isn't a mortuary, Harry. Quite the reverse.
Reverse? I'd hardly call it a nursery.
Cryogenic chamber.
This giant bug, right, has creeped onto the space station, disabled the system which would wake all the human earthlings up from their cryogenical sleep, and starts to fuck shit up. We learn that this is the remnants of the human race. They've escaped the Earth due to nuclear fallout, and from this point on, as Doctor Who folklore goes, the human race spreads throughout the galaxy like a virus. Here we go. This is one of the reasons Tom is great. This is one of Tom's most famous speeches, was just being repeated here, there, and everywhere. And the reason I like it is it really differentiates him as a different species from mankind, unlike some of the other previous and later Doctors.
Homo sapiens. What an inventive, invincible species. It's only a few million years since they crawled up out of the mud and learned to walk. Puny, defenseless bipeds. They've survived flood, famine, and plague. They've survived cosmic wars and holocausts. Now, here they are, out among the stars, waiting to begin a new life, ready to outsit eternity. They're indomitable. Indomitable.
This serial is written by Bob Pipesmoking Holmes, and I talked about Philip Hinchcliffe being the new producer of the show and his influence tonally, and I'll talk about that a little bit more now. So before, the show was kind of, you know, a lot of fun, running around, the Doctor driving in his yellow buggy, you know, fun shit for kids. Philip Hinchcliffe always said he wanted to take the show tonally in a different direction, more darker, more scientific, more adulty, and we definitely start to see this in Ark of Space. I mean, there are a lot of scripts handed over to Philip going into this season, so we don't really get into that until Tom's later season, which we'll get into, which gets fucking dark, man. Really fucking dark. Brain Morbus, he's like a big fucking monster and this guy shoots him with a fucking gun. I have a $2 coin here for when I say cunt. I think that's worth $2.
Never mind. Faithful old scarf.
try, though.
No, not the scarf!
Pity about the scarf. Madame Nostradamus made it for me. A witty little knitter. All right, Sarah, you can come out now.
I don't know. I'm drunk.
You claim to be med-techs?
Sorry?
Yeah, my doctorate is purely honorary, and Harry here is only qualified to work on sailors. Harry here is only qualified to work on sailors. Harry here is only qualified to work on sailors.
Oh, Harry, you naughty boy. The colonists on the space station who are waking up from cryogenical sleep, they even have a different, set of colloquial terms to the Doctor and Harry and Sarah. But there's a few moments where they go into the two different separate ways that these two groups of people talk, and I just thought that was really interesting.
She will either survive or die. The action of the antiprotonic is not predictable.
I see. You've changed our body into a battlefield.
Battlefield. I high-point in classicals, but you dawn-timers have a language all of your own.
We do seem to have a small communications problem.
So, I've been telling you how great this serial is, and it really is good. But here's our villain. It's a guy in a sleeping bag, wrapped in bubble wrap and painted green. Ah, Doctor Who, you don't disappoint. There's this character in the serial named Noah, Noah's Ark, cryogenical sleep, last remnants of human race, get it? Very clever. Anyway, the guy who plays him, Keaton Moore, he does an absolutely brilliant job. Now check out this transformation scene.
We're are here. They will.
We shall absorb the humans. The earth shall be ours.
Noah! Noah!
Fire. There's no time. In my mind, getting stronger. Libri is dead. You will all die. Must save our people. You must.
That was fucking great acting, and there are a few more scenes in this serial of him doing exactly the same. I do think he's a little bit underutilized because really they start slapping prosthetics onto him and he starts turning into a bug in about the second episode. But I mean, that scene is great, and it only undermines it a little bit because his hand is just wrapped in bubble wrap. What's with the fucking bubble wrap thing, man? Was there a fucking special on bubble wrap down at the discount fucking British shop in 1974? Fucking swear my fucking armor. Fucking swear that was fucking terrible idea. I just want to point out that when they're walking down the corridors, the lights they see in the background are fairy lights that they stapled up there. That's just a cool little fun fact.
I think we'll try this way first.
Alright, the plot of this is very reminiscent of Ridley Scott's original Alien film. I mean, there's a space station with humans in it who are in cryogenical sleep. They wake up to a monster who actually, metabolizes people and becomes them. I mean, this bug does not look anywhere near as good as H.R. Giger's Alien.
Stay, Vira. Stay. Abandon the Ark, Vira. Take the transport ship. Leave now. If you stay, you are doomed.
That would be desertion.
Then you must die, all of you.
Alright, speaking of Alien, do you want to hear my review of Alien Covenant? Yeah, you do. Complete and utter fucking garbage. Ridley Scott, what the fuck, man? Seriously? I know you have Alzheimer's. I feel bad for you, man. Just, you're embarrassing yourself. Retire. Please. Please stop. 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 Ooh, stop. There's this really cool scene in about episode 2 where the Doctor straps on these fucking things to his fucking temples and he like goes inside the bug's mind to try and get rid of it. Some really cool shots and ideas come out of this scene. Check it out.
He's joining his mind to the Wirren. He could remain a part of it forever.
Apparently there's a deleted scene from episode 2 where Noah's character comes across the new captain who apparently they were in line to become breeding mates, so I guess there's some chemistry between them two. And basically he begs her to kill him and starts breaking down and being very emotional and crying. And that was cut from the final cut and it's really disappointing. The actor who plays Noah talks about it and how he actually said it was crucial to his character and the arc of his character. No pun intended. But that's a real shame because I really do think that this is a great serial, not just for kids, but for adults as well. Although that maybe that's just how I justify sitting down and watching a kids show on a Saturday night and drinking wine to myself. This isn't for kids, this is for adults. I'm not fucked in the head. There are a lot of people out there who are Doctor Who fans who just don't at all delve into old Who, and I have no idea why. Within the younger generation, there's always been this animosity towards stuff that is old just because it's fucking old. I mean, you won't watch Doctor Who because it's old and the special effects are bad. You won't listen to the Beatles because it's the most amazing music ever written. But it's old, you know? It's fucking stupid. Old Doctor Who has some really great, fucking amazing, high concept sci-fi. And I feel when New Who was brought back, or regenerated, if you will, I'm sorry, it just didn't delve into sci-fi as much as the old series, you know. It wasn't a sci-fi. They kind of brushed over it. They didn't have that sci-fi babble talk or high concept sci-fi storylines. Yeah, it was just like David Tennant running around hallways. Still a good show and I'm going to get into it and reviewing it, but man, if you're a Who fan and you haven't seen the old series and you think you're a big Who fan, you're not. You're a fucking idiot. Go and watch old school Doctor Who. It's way fucking better. The effects are fine. It's old. Get over it. Listen to the fucking Beatles, man. They're the best fucking band ever. It doesn't matter if they're fucking old. Age doesn't diminish quality. I don't know why I'm the only person who thinks that. Fuck is all. Man, I was wondering how long it would take in this show for me to just get drunk and abuse you, the audience. And I apologise. Yeah, this is episode 2, I guess. So that's pretty far. That's better than I thought it would be. But I may be getting drunk and abusing you more in the future, and I apologise. I'm an abusive, angry drunk, and you know I need to deal with that. That's something that I need to personally deal with, and I will. I'm gonna seek help for my debilitating addiction and my abusive qualities. Anyway, I just wanted to say sorry and pre-warn you fuckers. Alright, this even gets so close to the original Ridley Scott Alien film. There's a scene where Sarah Jane Smith goes into a duct to pull a power cable through to help them set up this ship to blast off. Anyway, fuck it. While she's in this duct, there's this terrifying scene where the bug comes at her and she starts freaking out, man. Like, I was just sitting there like, this has to be, related. Like, the guy who wrote Alien has to have seen this and been, subliminally influenced at the minimal. there's this great scene where Sarah completely freaks out and stops in the air duct, and just watch what Tom does. Just watch what old Tom does.
I'm jammed. I can't move either forward or back.
Oh, stop whining, girl. You're useless.
Oh, doctor.
Oh, doctor. Is all you can say for yourself? Stupid, foolish girl. We should never have relied on you. I knew you'd let us down. That's the trouble with girls like you. You think you're tough, but when you're really up against it, you've no guts at all. Hundreds of lives at stake, and you lie there blubbing.
You wait till I get out. I can manage. I don't need your help, thank you.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Ow.
Strength.
Wait.
You would not see Tennant's doctor abusing Rose like that, or see Capaldi's doctor talking to Clara like that. I mean, yeah, it's not even that edgy or like in your face, full frontal. It is just a normal scene in a television program, but I feel like new media in general has been so censored away from where art was. You know, you couldn't have that scene now without the big execs at BBC going, oh, what's going on here? A man can't talk to a woman like that on screen. You know, it's a screen about him pushing her and getting her to get out of the air duct. But it just really came at me. It was like, oh, okay, that's cool. We wouldn't see that on New Who or anything, because people would be offended by that. Because people are always fucking offended by shit now. Because people are fucking cunts. Oh, that one felt good. That one actually felt really good. Thank you. I mean, I've always talked about never judging a program for its old or for its bad effects, but this is a really amazingly written story, and it actually has tension and actually carries you through with interest. And sitting down and watching the whole thing objectively, I do think that the bug costume does let it down a bit, you know. You're building all this tension and high suspense, and then you cut to it in highlight. It looks like a big fake bug costume. But you know, that's fine. I'll give it a pass. Because this is great cereal. So the whole thing ends with the Doctor and this other guy blasting the bugs off in this ship, and Noah's character, who is completely turned into a bug at this point. They still show slivers of his humanity, because he doesn't engage the right blasting coil and the ship ends up exploding and killing the rest of these bugs. It's just a great character arc, no pun intended, to be right through this story.
I think my then husband, Hugh David, was very happy for me to be in doing a Doctor Who, as he had done 2 before. He had directed The Highlanders and Fury from the Deep, I think it was called. And he had a great deal of respect and admiration for Rodney's work.
Oh, she's old. Really old. In conclusion, fuck yeah. Go Tom, go Phil, let's see some more. Goodbye Pertwee. Alright, in next week's episode I'm going to review the new Peter Capaldi episode. If you could, please like, subscribe, and in the comments, tell me what a cunt I am. I was going to think of a catchphrase to end this, but I think maybe that's my catchphrase. Ah, fuck. I don't have another coin for cunt. Thank you, and good night.
Space Station Nerva. Shuttle's blown up. He must have known that that would happen. Noah deliberately neglected to set the rocket stabilizers.
More than a vestige of human spirit.
They still show slivers of you. They still show slivers of you. They still show slivers of his. They still show slivers of his humanity.